let's talk about this story from Westlock, Alberta. Now, for those of you who don't know where Westlock, Alberta is and what Westlock, Alberta is, Westlock, Alberta is a farming community just north of me. It's about an hour away from the city. Fewer than 5,000 people live there. It is intensely rural, a proud farming community, so conservative, surrounded by Hutterite communities. I think they had the world's largest harvest there at one point. Give you an idea about who and what we're dealing with, hey? But let this be a lesson to conservatives that we must not only pay attention to municipal politics, vote in our municipal elections, but quite possibly run for municipal politics, because the left is taking over municipal politics, even in these ultra conservative rural communities. Last summer, in the summer of Pride, season of Pride, apropos of very nearly almost nothing, the highly progressive town council in this ultra conservative community, I guess everybody was too busy farming to run for election there. But they decided we're going to let the local gay straight alliance of the high school come along and paint a sidewalk rainbow. And nobody wanted it except the activists on council and the gay straight alliance. And it caused a major uproar in town, like major. Locals got a petition going. They presented it to council and said, like, hey, we didn't want this. We never asked for any of this. And it wasn't like they were against gays. Like, I don't think anybody's actually all that against gays. I think everybody should just be left alone. But they presented this petition to the council. Of course, by the way, I should say, there was outrage once people heard about the decision to paint the sidewalk rainbow, which is why the news left the city of Edmonton to go all the way to sleepy Westlock, because this became like ground zero for the culture war for like a week. The NDP MLAs from Edmonton plotted Westlock on their GPS, changed out of their Birkenstocks in case there were gravel roads, and went all the way to Westlock to show support for the gay community population, I bet 10 in Westlock. They even trucked in a Liberal MP, Randy Boissonneau from Edmonton, for some reason. I mean, again, their MP there is a conservative. It's not Randy Boissonneau. I think it's Anyway, it doesn't matter. But their conservative MP is conservative. Oh, it's Arnold Viersen, if I recall correctly. So super conservative. He's a social conservative, which is in line with the culture of the town. And so this became like ground zero of the culture wars for a week. They got their way. They painted the sidewalk, but the people there were mad. And so they got a petition going. They presented their petition, and instead of the council reacting to the petition, they're taking it. They're not going to react. They're actually going to do the right thing here, because the council seems to be out of line with the people. They're letting it go to a plebiscite, which is a local vote. So they have time to campaign. And basically what the people want the new law to say is there will be no sidewalks painted anything other than white in Westlock, and there will be no flying of flags that are not, like the municipal flag, the provincial flag, the Canadian flag, nothing else. Keep your politics off the municipal infrastructure, basically, is what the new law would say. And the municipality is putting it to the people to have their say, because it's very clear that they weren't listening to the people the first time. They were just doing whatever they wanted because they felt like they could. And I'm happy. I'm happy to see everybody involved in this bad decision end up with a bit of a reality check. Invaders from Edmonton came to cause a stir. But at the end of the day, the people will have their say, and I'm sure that this new law will pass local plebiscite, and I can be happier for it. Yeah, keep your politics off the municipal infrastructure. I think that's a reasonable solution to all of this. Nobody gets anything. Like no pro-life flags, no trans flags, just leave everything alone. Keep your politics off the publicly funded municipal infrastructure, and I'd be happy. Okay,